Meet Taylor, a 25-year-old single mother of an amazing 8-year-old son, Dominic. Like most mothers, Taylor loves her son and wants the best for him. But it's only in recent months that she's come to believe she can really make that happen. Taylor was raised in a violent home with alcoholic and drug-addicted parents and grandparents. She took her first drink at 9 years old. A competitive cheerleader, Taylor suffered an injury and was prescribed opiate medications for years. This triggered her later heroin addiction. Over time, she veered between rehab attempts and using, ending up in a homeless camp while her mother raised Taylor's young son. Taylor heard about Amethyst from fellow prisoners during one of her jail sentences. After years of being in a dark place, in March 2019, she decided to join the Amethyst Recovery Program. She knocked on our doors at 455 East Mount Street in downtown Columbus.
My father was really abusive. I learned at a young age how to put knives in the door so he couldn't get to me. And me and my siblings always had an escape route and a backpack to leave the situation. I was 24. I never planned to live past 25. I never thought I'd have that birthday. And I was homeless. In those last 3 months, I'd overdosed 16 times. And I normally used alone. But God found a way to have somebody be there and find me and Narcan me 16 out of 16 times. I tried short-term treatment, and that was never long enough for me. I needed somewhere where I could let down all of this garbage and figure out how to put my life back together without the restraints of figuring out my basic needs. How am I going to feed myself? How am I going to clothe myself? How am I going to pay rent? I needed that time to figure out what was even going on with me without the worry of my needs.
The Amethyst program that Taylor is participating in provides clients with an individualized, holistic approach to their recovery based on personal goals, self-care, and trauma therapy. Taylor has access to full-time medical staff, case managers, counselors, and workforce development programs. After 18 months of hard work and resilience, Taylor is happy to share her story. She has been living a sober life, caring for herself and her son. Every day she makes it her goal to show him that it's possible to break the cycle of trauma and addiction.
I have him in counseling, and I get counseling, and he listens to me. He listens to my conversations, and all of a sudden the same things that I'm saying, he's applying in his conversations with his friends. It was so cute the other day. He was like, "You're being toxic and I'm gonna block you." And that would be something I would say today. I was like, I can't let toxic people be in my life because I don't have room for it, you know? And there's moments where it's really hard. He reminds me how horrible I was and how I wasn't there and how it hurt his feelings. But today we get to plan, where are we gonna live next? And are we gonna get a dog? Do we want hamsters? What side of town do we want to live in? Do we want to go to the country? Those are what we get to think about today. And it's really fun to just imagine.
These days, Taylor takes great pride in giving back to her community. During the onset of the pandemic, she built and led an online AA group that has had hundreds of supporters. Taylor uses poetry to express herself and to process her journey. She wants to tell her story as a survivor, hoping it can inspire others who have had similar struggles.
Amethyst is focused on breaking the generational cycle of trauma, so both our clients and their children leave our program with a better future. Since 1984, we've been changing lives in Central Ohio. With this community support, women, transgender women, and women with children, just like Taylor, are given tools to build healthy coping skills, own their losses, and gain a deeper sense of self-understanding. Our unique outpatient approach addresses both substance abuse and mental health through a variety of activities. Every summer, Amethyst offers Summer Quest. This day-long program provides childcare for children K through 12 all summer, 5 days a week, so our moms can focus on their treatment plans, knowing their children are safe and having fun in good hands. All of the children in our Amethyst program have been impacted by childhood trauma in their lives. The goal of Summer Quest is to build foundational mental health skills like self-control, emotional regulation, and social skills. Our donors' contributions provide educational activities to keep the children occupied throughout the summer. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our pre-planned field trips were canceled, so Amethyst staff came up with creative ways to keep the children learning and having fun. This year, the services for children looked a little bit different. Due to COVID, we shifted and created out of thin air a Fall Quest 2020 that provides online school for our children. It's been extremely difficult for the children and for the mothers, and we felt it was very important to provide services ongoingly for the mothers, and in order to do that, we needed to provide services for the children. So the children are in Fall Quest, where we are teaching all levels of children in our very own online school. Our dedicated employees help tutor and assist them in becoming successful students, and use technology to ensure our case managers and mental health staff could continue providing Amethyst services and support during COVID-19. Adaptability, flexibility, and compassion are some of the crucial qualities our staff shows day in and day out. They go the extra mile every day with a smile on their face, ready to help empower our clients to turn their lives around by 180-degree impact. We hope our donors will go the extra mile with Amethyst this year too, so we can continue changing lives.